All right, this is my first attempt at submarines. The sub-sensor is going to be the big addition that I'm going to be learning. I got a lot of rules wrong in my previous campaigns. Biggest one was the experience. I think I got that under control. And so I've already picked enemy wolf pack as usual. I always get an enemy wolf pack. Let me shuffle this some more. But I always seem to end up with wolf packs. So I loaded up with torpedoes. I've got the Phoenix, which is a Los Angeles class, and backup is Gato, permanent class. McCaffrey is backup commander at green. These are both green. And the Phoenix and Zacharis are average. So we're going to start this off. I'm going to roll for 4 task force. That's a 10. So first one goes to 10. And then B goes to 2. So far so good. 8 for C. And all right, so my mission is here and there's nothing in between. So I go here, which means I'm going to have 5 subs. Let me put this event card here so I don't forget. So I grab 5 subs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's get started. Let's go ahead and place these suckers. First one is a 6. So that's 5. Azimuth 8. So it goes over here. Next one is a 3. That is 4. And then 9. Next one is a 6. That's 5. And then 4. 10, which is 6. 2. 3. That's there. And 1. So he's there. Okay, so that's what we start with. Let me get this thing right here. Place task force counter, roll for enemy task force, okay. Task force movement. Okay, deployment enemy task force encounter, target encounter. Okay, battle turn 5, and then event. Satellite intel allows task force to evade current attacking enemy task force if desired. That's not going to help because this is the mission. Can't avoid it. All right, so got all subs here. I do have a sub detect +1, so that's good. And he's got a 0, so I'm going to get +1 to detect. So my sub-sensor. Everybody's going to be above the layer because no layer problems here. And so I'm going to go after this guy first because he can detect me. So I'm slow, but I get 1 fast action, so I'm going to use it to detect. And so he's at a range of 4, so that's a 0 modifier. And I'm going to use my towed array, which is a 6/9. 6 + 1 is 7. So that is a detect at level 1. All right, and that is an enemy. So let's go ahead and get our sub out. And it is a kilo. Sub 1 right there. So the kilo is not a star. And so now I'm done with my action, so we go to the enemy subs. And let me get this stuff out here. So that we're all set. All right, so we'll start with enemy sub 1. He is a movement of -1. So that is a 9. So that's range 1. And this guy here, 6, range 1. This guy here, 10, range 2, and ping. So he's going to ping me. Detect 5, 7. So we don't have any active because he's undetected. All right, so this guy back here, 6, so that's range 1. This guy here, 7, flank or range 1, so he's going to move up there. All right, so we'll start with this guy here since he's closest. He's got a 5, 7. I've got a noise management of 2. So -2 on the roll. I don't know if I use that. 6 minus 2 is 4, so that's a miss. And then this guy here, he's got 1 contact, which is going to be me. He, and all these guys can't detect, so he's the only one. So he is a 7, 9, and then -2 because of my noise management. And that's a miss. So now we go to my 3 slow turns. So I got 3 slow turns here that I can use. 1 for the sub. And I'm going to use that sub action to, let's see, so that'll be fast and these will be slow. To try to detect this guy right here. He's pinging me, so that should make it easy. I can ping him back if I want to, but that would expose me. If I use the towed array, that's 6, 9. I get +1 to detect, and then this minus this, so it's a total of 1. So total 2 together. So I need a 4 to detect. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use regular to detect them. So that is +1 +2, so it's a 9. So I detect him at a level 2. And let's see what he is. 9. That is an enemy. And that is a foxtrot. So sub 2. And sub 2, that is also not a star. All right, so he's detected at 2. So that's my ship action. Now I've got the commander actions. Oh, obviously I've got torpedoes loaded up. Forgot to do that. All right, so now let's see. This guy, these are only 1-hit guys. So now I know there's a missile launch which will makes it easier to detect me, but torpedo fired, there we go. Torpedo fired, missile fired. Is that for them or me? I'll have to check up on that. Anyway, I'm going to fire torpedoes. I'm going to use a command action to fire a guided torpedo. So that would be a 4, and so I'd need a 4 there. 2, so anything but a 1. Wait, torpedo defense. For this guy is 1, so anything but a 1 or 2 for this torpedo to hit. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and fire 2. 2 guideds. Oh wait, can I fire more than 1 guided? Let's just go with the 1 guided until I can figure it out. 5, so that's a hit. So that kills the foxtrot. So the foxtrot is dead. That's out. That's used. And then I'm going to fire another guided with my other command action at this guy. Oh wait, he is out of range. So I will use my towed array to detect this guy here. So that's -2, +1, nothing for range. All right, so it's a -1 roll for the towed array, and that's a miss. So that's the end of my turn. This goes down to a 0, and then I get a fast action, fast command action. So I'm going to try to detect, this guy. Now he's 0. I'm going to go after, I'm going to go after him because I'm going to see if I can bring him in closer, or if he's going to get closer by himself. 8, that's -1, so that's a 7. So towed array does bump it back up to a 1. So now they go, see what he does. 2, movement is 1, so he snorkels, SSK snorkels. So he is snorkeling. And then this guy over here, 7, flank or -1, so he's going to flank this guy right here. 4, patrol this guy right here. 3, that's a patrol. All right, so they can't detect. He's at 3, so he can detect. And so no modifiers except for my noise management, which is 2. So -2 from the roll. Uh-oh, that's an 8. But that'll bring it to a detect of 1. So he can detect me at 1. Okay, so I'm detected at 1 by this submarine here. He sees me. And so now I go to my slow turns. So I'm going to use this to move everybody closer. He's going to be a problem. And then I'm going to use my my last commander action to fire at this sub here with a guided torpedo. He has no torpedo defense. I have 0 here, and it's a +1, so I get a +1 roll on this. 8, that's a 9, so a double hit, so he's dead. And the kilo is gone, which means his detection is gone. And this is gone, and this is gone. It's used up. All right, and then for my final action, I'm going to try to detect this sub right here. Actually, he could have, no, he couldn't have detected. Towed array, sub detect +1, noise management 2, so it's a -1 on the roll. 5 for no good. All right, so that was there. So now we go here. And so my fast action, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go after this guy right here, try to detect him. Towed array 6, 9, -1, 9. So that is an 8. So I detect him at a 1. So let's see what he is. 8, that's an enemy. Foxtrot. So Foxtrot comes in. That is not a star. So 3, there we go. All right, so now they move. See what this guy does. 2. He is snorkeling. Is he SSK? Yeah, SSK, snorkel. This guy right here, 8. That is a flank or range, so he's going to flank. And then this guy here, 10, range 2 and ping. All right, so this guy, he's going to try to detect on a 5-9. Noise management drops that even lower to 2, so no detect there. This guy can do on a 5 or 7, again, -2 on the roll, nothing there. And then this guy, -2 on the roll, is an 8, so he detects me at 1. Darn it. So I'm detected at 1 by this guy here. And so now I've got 3 actions on my side. Got to go after him. I'm going to use a sub action to try to detect him. So his noise management is 0, -3. I get a +1 here, so it's a +4 to detect with my Totoro. And that's a 10, so that is a detect of 2. Let's see what he is. He is a neutral. Interesting. Why were you pinging me, buddy? I'm not going to shoot at you. Doesn't matter if you ping me. All right, so that's a neutral. Don't have to worry about him. Do have to worry about him. I'm going to fire. Well, I can't fire. He's out of range. I'm going to try to detect him. So we detect him, 5. So noise management of 1. The sub detect, so it's a wash, so 5. So it does nothing, so miss. And then we'll use an action to bump this detection level up. So detection -2, noise modifier -2. So does that mean that this is now a 0 and I get the detection -2? That's what it sounds like. So I get a detect of 1, 2, 3, and then I get this 4 with my Totoro. That's a 7, so it's still only a detect of 1. Let me know in the rules, or let me know in the boards if I'm right about that. And so now we're done with this turn. This goes down to a 0. This goes down to a 0. And we go to turn 2. So we're cutting it close here. Going to try to detect this guy again with my fast action. So we're going to detect him. So 2, 3. So that's a 9, and that brings him up to a 2. That's much better. 2, and then they go. See what he does. 8. Flank or range 1. So he flanks. And then this guy, 2. Is he a K? We don't know. So he just sits there. And so now he's going to try to detect, well, he's already detected me, but he is out of range for his torpedo. So he's just going to try to detect, or does he detect? Let's do him first. Think about it. So that's an 8, noise modifier of 2, so it becomes a 6, so he does detect me at a level 1. And what is he? Nothing. Beautiful. So it's just you and I now. 2 turns left. I'm going to see if he tries to detect me. 5 -2. So he doesn't help himself. And so now I've got 3 turns. So I'm going to use one of them to draw him in. And then I'm going to use another action to fire both my torpedoes. Actually, I don't know if I could do both of them guided, so I'll use one of them guided. I got +2, torpedo defense of 1, and that's it. So it is a +1 to my right, and that is a hit, and he is destroyed. So one of them turned out to be neutral, one of them turned out to be nothing, and I sunk 3 subs. So I get +1 stress for that encounter, which made it very easy. So 1 stress there, and I'm guessing 1 stress for the commander as well. Experience gained. I'm guessing 1 XP for the commander since we're in slow, and 2 for the Phoenix because we did the battle and we destroyed the target, which was enemy Wolfpack. And so I get no stress on the Phoenix because it has a cool of 1. And this guy has a cool of 0, so he gets the stress. So there's no stress on the sub whatsoever. And I finished the first one. Remember, this is the easiest of scenarios because I'm just trying to learn the rules. So that is the end of mission 1. Got 2 experience points for the Phoenix, so I'm halfway to getting to skilled. And we got 7 victory points, and the activity goes down to 2, which is really going to help because we didn't have any of the other stuff. So that is a destroyed, 7 victory points. So I'm almost out of dismissal already. Oh, event card. Let's see what we got at the end. Ship experience. Pick a ship that contributed to the encounter and give it +3. Well, there you go. +3 is going to move the Phoenix into skilled territory. That is very powerful for the sub because you only got 1 ship, so it's going to go to that. And so it goes from -1 ship +0 sub to 0 ship and +1 sub, and the repair goes up 1. So that is the Phoenix going up to, oh, but does he lose his cool? Oh, that's not cool. Oh, he lost a cool. All right. But he gets promoted. So thank you, event card. And that is the end of mission 1. I've got 4 targets. And so I am not going to use priority. So we're just going to go ahead and show the target. Wolfpack again. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and put the Wolfpack right there because why not? We're always doing Wolfpacks. And that's 18. It's going to be in the same spot because I had the 20, now I have the 18. And so now we'll see what happens in this coming scenario. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and put all my ammunition back the way it was, and I'm going to get a skill. I'm going to improve one of my guys here. I think I'm going to go for Chief Engineer, but I got to take a look at the skills, and then I'll decide, and then we'll see mission number 2.